so it has to be. So this is one of the things.
Seeing people like walk slow or something, I'd be like, why are we walking so slow? Like,
You're good at reading the room.
I try.
Hey guys and girls on Ash Japanese, it's your flashy fashion reporter Kathy Cat. Today we're gonna go and talk about differences between Japan and other countries. There's some crazy differences between countries, so let's find out what they are and ask foreigners in Japan. All right, where are you from?
So I'm from Slovenia in Europe. Yeah, it's next to Italy and Croatia. It's like a really tiny country.
What is like the biggest, funniest difference between back home in Slovenia and here in Japan?
In front of clubs and this kind of things, there are bouncers that are inviting people in, and people actually go in because of the bouncers. Like in Slovenia, if there was a bouncer in front of a club, you would be like, no, I'm not going in here because it needs a person outside, so it has to be. So this is one of the things, and obviously convenience stores and all of the machines with drinks. Yeah.
Coming back to the bouncer, so if there's a bouncer outside a club in Slovenia, who's like, hey, come on in, you wouldn't go in.
No, absolutely not, because it means that the club is not good enough for people to go in on their own.
But here it's normal.
Yeah, here, I mean, I'm seeing them on the street all the time, so I'm assuming it's normal. Yeah.
Any other like differences, any funny differences you notice?
So sadly, I was sick for most of the time because, well, there's one, AC, everyone's running AC all the time, which I do understand, but I'm not used to it, so I got sick. So yeah, I've been for what, now I'm in Tokyo for about 4 days, and 3 of them I've been sick.
You got a cold from the cold air conditioning.
Yes, I'm just not, because we're not running it that much, so I'm not used to it, like hot and then super cold inside.
I had the same, I feel you. If you come from a country where you're not used to air conditioning, you'll get a cold like that in summer in Japan.
Yeah.
I think it's the people who are very quiet.
All right, so there's more energy there?
Yeah, more energy. Yeah.
Okay.
More cows.
More louder. What's the biggest difference for you between Italy and Japan?
And also, in the street, everything is clean, in order, and it's not common in Italy, this kind of situation. So, I mean, people respect the environment, respect the city, and it's very good to see this.
Any kind of funny, different thing that you've seen here, like, woof, you would not have that in Italy. Any kind of funny thing?
How the guys dress, the dresses. This doesn't exist in Italy.
Oh, how the guys dress? What's different?
We are more all wear the same things, more similar one each other, and I think here is more creative. The shops with all the balls, in which there are toys. In Italy, it doesn't exist something like this.
The gacha where you put money in, you get toys.
Yes, I've never been to Japan, and I've never been out of the country like without like a supervised adult. But
that's gonna be good because I'm gonna ask you what's like a big difference you notice between Japan and your country.
I guess mostly the bathrooms and like the showers. Every time I would walk into one of our Airbnbs, I'd be like, oh, my mom would not like it here. Because my mom's she's a very loud person, and so I kind of had to like tone myself down to like speak very quietly. My mom also just likes having a lot of space. So also because my mom's taller than me, so I noticed a lot of the ceilings are very low.
I'd like you to elaborate on the bathrooms because I found that interesting. Can you explain what makes them so different and space-wise to people who've never seen a Japanese bathroom?
Oh, yeah. Bidets on every toilet. Like they had, and not just like simple like press a button bidets. Like there's like a whole, like it's a remote control. And also just like a lot of the bathrooms we stayed in, there would be the bathroom where you like do your business. And then there would be like the sink would be outside. A lot of, American bathrooms would just have like, the sink, the toilet, and occasionally like the shower or whatever. But also with the shower part of the bathrooms, the whole room is the shower, which was very shocking. Like, whoa, I accidentally sprayed my clothes one time when I was taking a shower because I left my clothes in the bathroom like I normally do at home, and I just like wasn't paying attention, and with the shower nozzle, I accidentally pointed it towards my clothes. So this is my friend's dress I'm borrowing because I accidentally sprayed my skirt that I was supposed to wear today.
So if we explain it, like if we both stand back and we stretch our arms like this is probably the size of a Japanese bathroom right now, right? This is pretty much the size of a Japanese bathroom if you go to the really small cubicle ones. It has like a tiny bathtub, it has a sink in the middle, and then a toilet. It's very small.
Oh, another thing that was very shocking when I came to Japan is deciding which side you're supposed to walk on, because I know like when I was, in university, it was, or just like even walking on the sidewalk, you always walk to the right side. But when we came here, we're like, I would have to remind my friends, like, guys, we're walking on the wrong side. Go to the left. And so, like, of course, being aware of like everybody who's around you, so you don't get in anyone's way. I mean, I'm mostly like that at home anyway. But like seeing people like walk slow or something, I'd be like, why are we walking so slow? Like,
You're good at reading the room.
I try.
What a thing with those bathrooms, the tiny compact size bathroom. Good thing about it, they're awesome for cleaning, by the way. Because everything is a cubicle out of plastic. Great for cleaning.
Oh, it's so, I keep on thinking like, oh, if I lived here, it would be nice because I would get rid of most of my stuff because I have so much stuff and it's always end up lying around and then it gets like, it gets like wrinkly or whatever, but like with such little space, I'm like, oh, this would be so easy to clean. I wouldn't have to worry about like, oh, missing this one spot that's like, oh, now it gets like old and gross and grimy. It's like, no, it'd be super easy. Cleaning days would be super fast. Oh, another thing I noticed, how small the loads were for the laundry.
Okay.
Because we got a couple of places with washing machines and because I work with clothes a lot, we have like a washing machine and a dryer and we go through so many loads of clothes like that. And we always need like a big drum. But they're so small that it's like, oh, you have to do multiple loads, and a lot of the time they don't have dryers. You just you hang them out to dry. Trying to do the laundry when we had 3 people on this trip, and we bought a lot of clothes, and we're like, okay, today's your laundry day. You have to do your load, and it was also, how do we fit it all in? Because lots of fabric, lots of clothes. But
you kind of have to like do several runs in a day.
my friend noticed that like, oh, this dress never wrinkles. Why is it wrinkly? And it's like, well, you're probably used to it heated drying, leaving it out to dry. And if you leave it especially if you like leave it in washer base too long, it's gonna get wrinkled. The reason dryers de-wrinkle things is because as they're tumbling, you hang them up when they're still warm, but you don't get that when you just hang them up to dry. So they'll be wrinkly. So that was really interesting.
Japanese boys, have you been chatted up by anyone so far?
Not that I have understood, except for one. I was walking back to my hotel in Kyoto with my friend, and we were wearing yukata. There was a guy on a bike who I thought he was saying pretty, but my friend said he was saying beauty. I was very like, okay. I don't really get because I had just said to my friend earlier, I was like, I really like that I don't really get catcalled in Japan. And she looked at me like, and I was like, what? What is it? And she said, well, you just didn't understand. Because she's very smart. She knows a couple of languages. She knows French, she knows Italian, and she knows a little bit more Japanese than me. And she's like, yeah, in a couple of different languages. And I was like, really? In Japan? In a couple of different, really? Because who goes to a foreign country to catcall people? That feels...
Maybe it was more like oh, she's cute, she's pretty, like, but not like, oh, girl, meow.
Oh, yeah. That's probably my biggest thing that I'm like, okay, you know what? If I don't understand it, I'm good. Hey.
Meow.
Yeah, nyar.
Big difference between Germany and Japan. That is such a big difference that all the Japanese students that came to my school in Germany were really shocked. Is that on Sundays, everything is closed. You can't go shopping on a Sunday in Germany. Now in Japan, it's the right opposite. There are a lot of things you can buy on any day of the week, and Saturday and Sunday are actually the most purchasable or the purchase-friendly days. Lots of events are happening, lots of specials are happening in the malls. So a lot of people actually buy their stuff for the upcoming week on a Sunday. While in Germany, everything's closed. What are your thoughts about that? Is everything closed on your Sunday too, or how's it working in your country? I'm surprised Germany is being what they are, but having everything closed on the Sunday now that I live here. But when I was living in Germany, I saw it as a total natural thing to not have anything open on a Sunday. So, guys, any other differences between your country and Japan, let them know in the comments, and this is the next video. Keep watching!